morning. Today we will start error. Error generally occurs during experiment. During experiment, the physical quantities to be measured or we obtain are either increased in small amount or decreased in small amount from its original value. या माने ला धरा जाऊ कौन से गोटे जिनस को हमको मेजरमेंट करा तार टेम्परेचर हो तार लेंथ हो तार एरिया हो एनी फिजिकल क्वांटिटीज फिजिकल पैरामीटर्स तार मापिबा हमको कहुई इंस्ट्रक्शन अच्छी तो आम मेजरमेंट करुछु किंतु आमर मेजरमेंट बेले बेले एक्जाक्ट वैल्यू टू किछि कमी जाए नहले किछि बढ़ी जाए. So the small amount of increment or increase or decrease of the physical quantity from its true value or original value is said to be error. So now question arises, error occurs where it occurs? It occurs during experiment or observation. Now I have written here single observation and repeated observation. Single observation माने आमे थोड़े मेजर करबा गोटे रीडिंग पाइबा. रिपीटेड ऑब्जर्वेशन माने आमे दुई चारिटा रीडिंग नवा जो कि आमे कंटिन्यूअस एरर पाइबा. धरा जाऊ गोटे डिवाइस टे हमको दिया जाए सर्टेन डिवाइस गोटे सर्टेन डिवाइस तार मन कर लेंथ मेजरमेंट करने हमको दिया जाए मन कर गोटे डिवाइस अच्छी तार लेंथ मेजरमेंट करने हमको कहुई आमको जना नहीं तार एग्जैक्ट वैल्यू केते तार ट्रू लेंथ केते. तो सपोज यार ट्रू लेंथ होची 12 सेंटीमीटर. अच्छा लेट्स से इट इज इट्स ओरिजिनल वैल्यू L0 ओरिजिनल वैल्यू. दैट मीन्स original value is called true value. Its original O stands for original. L0 is equal to 12 centimeter. And the observed value, let's say L is equal to 12.02 centimeter. Here is two reading. Now the error occurred in case of measurement of length. It's said to be delta L. and it is equal to 12.02 minus 12 centimeter is equal to 0.02 centimeter. The same case, another person measured the length and the reading came out 12 centimeter, its original length or true length, but by using tape or measuring device, the length measured is equal to 19.98 centimeter. In this case, the observed length, the length we measured or observed is less than the true value or original value. In this case, the length we observed is little bit greater or higher than the original value. So here the observed length is greater than the original value. Here the observed length is less than the original value. Then how much error occurred? Delta L is equal to 12 minus 19.98. Sorry, this is 11.98. 11.98 is equal to 0.02 centimeter. You see, here the observed length is 12.02 centimeter and here the observed length is 11.98 centimeter. But the difference in both the cases you see positive. Both the cases you see positive. Here delta L is said to be the observed length minus true length. Here delta L is equal to true length minus observed length. That means the observed value may be less than the true value or greater than the true value. Whatever may be the situation, the error, absolute error, is always positive. So how can we express it? If true value is equal to x0 of any physical quantity. It may be temperature, it may be length, volume, pressure, whatever may be, density. If true value is equal to x0, x means physical quantity, what we want to measure. That means it may be volume, it may be density, it may be length, it may be area, it may be temperature. So its true value is x0. If it is temperature, then it is T0. If it is temperature, then it is T0. Let's say if it is length, then it is said to be L0. Let's say it is density, then we can say it is ρ0. But this is actually not 0, this is original O. We used to tell x 0, but this is not 0, this is O stands for original, means true value. True value means original value. Observed value. Observed value. Observed value is equal to x. Then absolute error is equal to, if you want to write it is x minus x0. You see, if the observed value is greater than the true value, then the difference will be positive. If the observed value is less than the true value, then the difference will be negative. So what I want to do, you take its modulus. That means if x is greater than x0, no doubt this is positive. If x is less than x0, it will be negative. Due to modulus, then the value will be positive. We use modulus only because of the absolute error is positive. So whatever may be the situation, whatever may be the observation, x is greater than x0 or x0 is greater than x, the absolute error must be positive. This is the example. This is positive. Okay, so you can follow here. This is the true value, this is the observed value, and this is the absolute error. This is the example of single observation cases. You see, here I have written it is single observation. This is the true value, this is the absolute error. So true value and absolute error is over. Next, relative error. Relative, always in case of relative, in physics the word we generally use relative means it is ratio. The same physical quantity, you see, the same physical quantity or different physical quantity, doesn't matter, one with respect to another. This is called relative. So relative word, in case of optics, we use a word magnification. Its definition is relative size of the image with respect to the object. Relative size of the image with respect to object. You might have studied in class 10, that is called magnification. Its definition is relative size of the object. Relative size of the object with respect to relative size of the image with respect to object. So here is image, length of the image, size of the image. This is size of the object, and the relative word we have used, then I divided by O, and it is said to be magnification, M. In the same way, here it is relative error, means the ratio between two values. One is absolute error and another one is original value, original length. If it is length, then the error of length with respect to original length. If it is velocity, then the error in velocity, which we call absolute error of velocity with respect to true value of the velocity. Similarly, absolute error in measuring area with respect to the true area. Absolute error in volume with respect to original volume or true volume. So it is a ratio. That means we will write relative error for single observation. Relative error. Relative error means this is equal to, you see, this absolute error, true value is x0, observed value is equal to x, absolute error is equal to x minus x0 is equal to delta x, delta x. So now relative error is equal to delta x, because it is a small value. Delta represents any value of physical quantities which are very small. We generally use delta. So we name the physical quantity as x, and this is O stands for true value or original value. So now the difference between the true value and observed value is difference, this difference is very small. That's why it is symbolically presented as delta x. That means here the absolute error x minus x0 is equal to delta x. So now relative error is equal to delta x with respect to its original value or true value. X0 you may write original value. So now percentage error means, suppose x0, suppose this amount gives delta x error, so 1 unit gives the error delta x by x, and 100 gives the error delta x by x into 100. So this is the percentage error. Means we used to find how much error will be in 100 units of that physical quantity. So this is the case of single observation. Now come to here, repeated observation. In case of repeated observation, what happened? So in case of repeated observation, we have to find mean true value, mean absolute error. What is mean true value and mean absolute error? Before going to repeated observation, let's find this. What is happening here? Let's find this. How much error is here? Here we have taken an example. This is the original length, this is the observed length, and this is delta L. Now we have to find what is the absolute error, and we found the absolute error is 0.02. Then we have to find relative error and percentage error. So now let's find its relative error. Then the relative error relative error of this particular observation, single observation, is equal to 0.02, this is delta L, divided by 12. Then how much is the first? It will be some amount. How much is the percentage error? It is equal to 0.02 divided by 12 into 100. And this is the percentage error. So in this case, this is the true length, this is the observed length, this is the absolute error, and this is absolute error by true length is relative error, and this is percentage error is equal to absolute error divided by true length into 100. In case of repeated observation, let's say we observe x1, it is our first observation value, x2, it is the second observation value, x3, it is the third observation value. Let's say three observations here. Let's say. Suppose the true value is not given. Only we are able to observe it. And how many times we have measured the particular physical quantity? 3 times. It may be length, volume, density, temperature, whatever may be. We have measured 3 times. So these 3 are observed values. Okay. So now what will happen? We have to take the mean of it, and that is the mean true value. What does it mean? You see, this x is equal to x1 plus x2 plus x3 whole divided by 3. Okay, whole divided by 3. So now this is the symbol of mean. Here you see Now this is called x mean. For mean we have to draw a line above it. This is mean value and these three are observed value. So this is the mean observed value. You may say it mean true value because true value is not given. So 3 times you have observed and you have to find out its mean value, and that is called mean true value. Exactly true value is not given. That's why you are taking the mean. Let's say this value is equal to x dash. Let's say this is x dash. Then what to do now? We have to find absolute error. How many absolute error we have to derive? There will be 3 absolute error. For first observation, there will be an absolute error. For second and for third, likewise, there are 3 absolute errors. So now I can write delta for absolute error. This is a difference, so we use delta. So now it is delta x. You may write it is equal to x1 minus x dash. This absolute error. This is denoted by delta x1. 1 stands for first observation and delta x stands for absolute error. Then this is the absolute error for first observation. Similarly, you can write delta x2 is equal to x2 minus x dash. What is x dash? X dash is the mean true value. You see, this is x dash. X dash is equal to first observation plus second observation plus third observation divided by 3. Then this is delta x3. It is equal to x3 minus x dash. But earlier I have stated that this should be positive. So you take the modulus. Okay. Now, like the mean true value, we have to find mean absolute error. Then how much will be the mean absolute error? You see. This can be written as delta x mean. Mean true value was represented by x mean. Now this is mean absolute error, so it is represented as delta x mean. This is equal to first absolute error for, or you must say absolute error for first observation plus second observation plus third observation divided by 3. So this is the mean true value and this is the mean absolute error. So now you have to find relative error. Relative error is the ratio between the absolute error with respect to its true value. Now for repeated observation the definition changes and we may say it is the ratio between not absolute error, mean absolute error with its mean true value. You have to use mean before the absolute error, before the true value. So, relative error, I can write here relative error is equal to mean absolute error divided by mean true value. Okay. Now percentage error. How can you find percentage error? For this amount, the error occurred or the error found delta x mean for 1 unit of this value. এটা ঐকিক ধারা বলে না, for 1 unit this value is delta x mean by x mean. For 100 units, how much error will be? Then this will be simply delta x mean divided by x mean into 100, and this is said to be the percentage error. So you can write this is how much delta x mean divided by x mean into 100. This is the absolute error for a repeated observation. Now let's say its true value is given. Its true value is given. Let's say its true value is given. Here true value is not given. Let's say the true value is given. Then what will happen? Let's say these three are observed values and this is its true value. How can you know the true value is given? You see, this is the true value. How can you know? Let's say either in the problem or in observation, let's say you are measuring certain length and it is came out in this way, 12 plus 0.01, that means it is equal to 12.01 centimeter. Here it is came out 12 point plus 0.02 is equal to 12.02 cm, and the third measurement, it let's say came out as 12 minus 0.02, that means this is equal to 11.98 centimeter. You see, in first observation, during measurement of any physical quantity, it may be temperature, it may be volume, it may be density, it may be length, it may be area, it may be velocity, it may be acceleration, it may be force, whatever may be, it may be pressure, whatever may be it is, the value came out is this. From the unit it is clearly known, it is clear, you see, it is known to us. Here I have written centimeter, centimeter, centimeter. No doubt x represents length. Here x represents the physical quantity length. So now in first observation, the length of certain device we observe, we calculate, we took the reading as 12.01 centimeter. In second observation, the length we detected, we found, we took the reading as 12.02 centimeter. In third observation, the reading was 11.98 centimeter. Okay? And it is represented in this way. You see. It is given to you in this way. So here the absolute error in first observation easily can be found. Easily. These are the absolute errors in first observation, second observation, third observation. The true value is 12 centimeter. So here is not necessary to find x mean. Why? Already the true value is given. So don't take the mean of the observations, observed lengths. Don't take, because the true value is given. X is equal to 12 centimeter. Then what we have to find? We have to find the absolute error in first observation, second observation, and third observation. So now delta x1 is equal to 12.01 minus 12, it is 0.01 centimeter. Delta x2 is equal to 0.02 centimeter. Delta x3 is equal to 0.02 centimeter. Earlier I have told you, I have stated you that absolute error is always positive. The observed value may be greater than the true value or less than the true value. Whatever may be the situation, the absolute error is always positive. So that's why the observed value is 11.98 centimeter, which is less than 12 centimeter. Even though the observed value is less than the true value, the absolute error is 0.2 centimeter. Is it taken positive? And the observed value here 12.02 centimeter, so the absolute error is 0.02 centimeter. Simply the difference, the observed value minus the true value. If it comes plus, then it's okay. If it is minus, then you have to take plus. That means the absolute error is always positive. So now, absolute error in first observation, absolute error in second observation, absolute error in third observation. In this case, we have to find only mean absolute error, not the mean true value. This is not to be found. Why mean true value is not necessary? Because true value is given. When it is not given, you have to find mean true value by taking x mean is equal to x1 plus x2 plus x3 whole divided by 3. But in this case, this is not necessary at all, because true value is given. So simply we have to find mean absolute error. So now the mean absolute error is equal to delta x1 plus delta x2 plus delta x3 divided by 3. So this is the mean absolute error. Then what is the relative error? It is the ratio between the mean absolute error with respect to its true value, not mean true value, only true value, because true value is given, not necessary at all to find mean true value. So relative error is equal to, so relative error is equal to mean absolute error divided by its true value. This is the mean absolute error divided by its true value. So now, what is percentage error? In this case, the percentage error is you have to find how much will be the error in case of 100 units. So x units, the error occurred delta x. For x units, the error occurred delta x. For 1 units, the error occurs delta x by x. For 100 units, it will be delta x. And this is a repeated observation. So mean divided by, here the true value is already given. So only x. Don't take mean true value because the true value is given. If it is not given, you have taken this. If the true value is given, you shouldn't take the mean true value. You have directly take the true value in place of mean true value. In place of mean true value, you have to take the true value. Here is the mean absolute error into 100. So this is the relative error, delta x mean divided by x, and this is the percentage error, delta x by x into 100. So this is the difference between single observation and repeated observation. So in both the cases, you have to find the true value first. Sometimes the true value is given. If it is not given, you have to take the mean of the observed value set to be as mean true value. If the observation taken thrice, then the mean of 3 readings is to be taken as mean true value. Then the difference from it to the observed value is the absolute error. So the difference from it, mean true value, to the first observation is first absolute error. The difference of the observed value with its mean true value is the second absolute error. The difference of the observed value to its mean true value in third observation is the third mean absolute error. So now there are 3 absolute errors in first observation, second observation, third observation. So mean of the 3 absolute errors are said to be mean absolute error. This is called mean absolute error. Then relative error will be mean absolute error divided by its true value. For 100 units, the value will be mean absolute error divided by its true value into 100. and it is called percentage factor. This is all about single observation and repeated observation. Okay, in the next class we'll do some problems, then we'll start scalar and vector. All the best.